Hello NCAC Nation, and welcome back to another edition of The Rundown. On this week's show, we'll catch up on what's trending from around the North Coast Athletic Conference for the week ending on Sunday, October the 19th. We open this week's show by celebrating the start of the 2014-15 NCAC swimming and diving season. 8 of the league's 10 schools kicked off the season last Saturday at the annual Kenyon Swimming and Denison Diving Relays. Kenyon won the team title in both genders after winning all 8 swimming titles on the women's side and touching first in 7 of the 8 swimming relays on the men's side. Denison won the final men's relay in the 200 breast and went on to sweep all 4 diving events to finish second in both standings. In addition, the annual kickoff event came to a close with the Kenyon mixed gender team of Celia Oberholzer, Katie Kastner, Kevin McGee, and Austin Caldwell touching first in the mixed gender 200 free relay with a time of 1:39.71. League teams return to the pool this weekend with 5 dual meets on the schedule, highlighted by Worcester hosting Wittenberg on Saturday at noon. In football action on Saturday, Oberlin sophomore wide receiver Justin Cruz had a breakout day in the Yeoman's 37-9 league win over Allegheny. Cruz set career highs in 3 separate categories with 14 catches for 242 yards and 3 touchdowns to earn NCAC Offensive Player of the Week laurels. His 242 receiving yards also topped the program's previous single-game record of 239, set by Ricky Valenzuela against Wabash in 2001. Cruz and the Yeomen will return to the gridiron this Saturday for a 1 p.m. kickoff at Wabash. Records also fell in Ohio Wesleyan's 23-16 win over DePaul on Saturday as OU senior kicker Miles McKenzie etched his name in the NCAC record book after booting his 44th career field goal. McKenzie got the Bishops on the scoreboard first early in the first quarter with this school record-breaking 50-yard field goal. He also added a 42-yarder late in the third quarter and became the league's all-time leader with this 22-yard connection early in the fourth quarter. His 44 field goals have eclipsed the previous league benchmark of 43 set by Allegheny's Ryan Zip from 2008 to 2011. OU returns to action this Saturday for a 1 p.m. home kickoff against Hiram. The Ohio Wesleyan men's soccer team has elevated into the top position in the league standings with a perfect 5-0 record, thanks in part to a pair of game-winning goals last week from Player of the Week selection Brian Schaefer. Schaefer sank the game winner against previously unbeaten Wabash in the 20th minute on Wednesday. And on Saturday, he buried the game winner in double overtime with just 5 minutes left to give OU the 1-0 victory. OU will put its perfect league record on the line twice this week. First, traveling to number 6 Kenyon tonight, October 21st, followed by a home match against Oberlin on Saturday. Finally, in women's soccer, Allegheny got back to its winning ways last week with a pair of home wins over Oberlin 2-0 and Ohio Wesleyan 5-0. Sophomore Jessie Thiessen earned NCAC Player of the Week accolades after she finished the week with 6 points on 1 goal and 4 assists. In Tuesday's win over Oberlin, she scored the game winner midway through the first half and assisted on an insurance goal from Tori Delzer late in the second period. Thiessen then had a breakout performance in the Gators' win over OU on Saturday as she assisted on both of Leanna Leeje's first half scores and put an exclamation point on her week by assisting on Allegheny's 5th and final goal. In addition to Thiessen's performance last week, Allegheny head coach Mike Weber reached a career milestone as he picked up his 100th career win in the Gators' 5-0 triumph over OU on Saturday. The Gators will hit the road for a pair of games this week, squaring off against Hiram on Wednesday and DePaul on Saturday. And as always, NCAC sports fans, for up-to-date news, stats, and standings from around the North Coast Athletic Conference, you can visit our website at www.northcoast.org. Also, be sure to follow us on Twitter at NCAC, as well as like us on Facebook. Well, that puts a wrap on this week's show, but be sure to join us again next week for another edition of The Rundown.